What's poppin', T-Subs and T-Squad? So listen, to be real with y'all, I don't know why I've been dragging my feet to watch to watch um to watch the T.S. Madison experience. I honestly don't know why I've been dragging my feet. Well, mainly it had to do with all of the other reality TV shows that I watched, but I don't really know. It was what it was though. I will say this. The show, I'm sorry. I will say this. The show is actually entertaining. The show is entertaining. I of course I'm familiar with everybody that's up there because of the Queen's Supreme Court and things like that. So, I'm already familiar with Craig the Writer Stewart. Hey, Craig, with your fine ass. Beat me 911 or call me on my cell phone. I'll call you back to see what the hell you finna tell me. See if you finna drop off some dick or not. And I was familiar with Miss Chi Chi. Hey, Miss Chi Chi. And we all know we love Mama Mary. Hey, Mama Mary. I'm gonna get you together about that long Kojic ass spreado. Who else? Oliver. I'm very familiar with Oliver Twix from the Chase Realities down to Atlanta. Hey girl, listen, now that you done found your way on reality TV, I don't want to see you slumming it back up on Chase Reality no more. Oliver, and that's just real tea. I feel like now you've made it, you're right where you need to be, and I'm on the Show Madison show gonna pick back up for another season because it is good and it is entertaining, and I want Madison to win. I fell in love with Madison during the whole Queen's Court era with her and Kaya. And I just always loved her spirit. I loved her work ethic. I love how she's just about her grind and she's about her business. Like, yeah, she was a hooker. She was this, she was that. She was a porn star. She was this, she was that. That was her address. She don't live there no more. See, everybody always want to harp about where the hell you been, but don't nobody want to sit up and brag and pay homage to where you are now. And I believe in giving people their flowers when they're allowed to smell them. So, should you ever see this, Maddie, Auntie Maddie, because I lay you down, thank you so much for the impact that you brought to the LGBTQ plus community, and thank you for just being a shining light, and thank you for being you. We need more people around here like it. The world will be a lot better place. So, T.S. Madison, the T.S. Madison Experience, Season 1, Episode 5, seen and heard in Miami. So Madison has lunch with her friend Hope, who is a trans activist, and they talk about what a dead name means. And Madison's talk about the non-relationship she has with her dad, and she calls him, and he misgenders her right off the bat by calling him Tim's son, etc., etc. Shout out to you, Hope, for your work being a transgender activist and a gay activist and stuff like that. Appreciate you for your contributions as well, daughter. I had no idea what a dead name was, so I'm glad that y'all elaborated on that a whole lot more, because I had no idea what that meant, and I've been gay for 33 years, okay? And I've been around a whole bunch of punks, sugarfoots, sissies, DLs, trades, feminine tops, DL tops, masculine tops, cross-dressers, you name it. I done been around them, and I've never once heard of a dead name. And it does make sense. Maddie, I'm not going to say too much about your daddy just yet, but when I do, I really hope I don't go in and have on him, because I respect you a lot, and I respect the fact that you respect your father enough to not run over his ass on 4 flat tires just so he could feel the rim. Because to be real with you, Maddie, I honestly want to talk about him like a dog, but because I respect you and I respect what it is that you're trying to do with your dad, I don't want to come in between that by using my words by way of, trying to stop you from doing that. So just give me a minute and I'm going to see what I'm going to say. Dear God. So, the kids are on their way to Miami. What's up on the heat is on around on the beach. Yes. Child Lord. Holly. Listen, this what brought me to watch this episode. Chef Holly tagged me in a post Thursday, before this episode came on, and she tagged me and said, don't give me too much about my driving. Don't worry about it, Holly, with your driving Miss Daisy ass. I'm not going to run down on your non-driving ass all the way. But, yeah, I listen, I don't think RV's your thing. Now, I do think you did good for what you did do, and I appreciate you for trying. But, child, them people were saying you was driving 45 miles an hour, and girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I'm gonna need for you to hit it. Girl, I'm gonna need for you to hit it like you's a nigga, okay? Niggas be on the beltway, and we be wide open on that bitch. 60, 65, 70, 70 time, bitch. If you in Mississippi or any other southern state, sometimes 80, 90 miles an hour. Girl, I know you lying. It couldn't have been me or my best friends or my brother or my cousins or somebody that was behind that shit, because we'd have had that damn RV wide open on the I-10 by 10, bitch, and that's just straight up true tea. But I said I won't go give you much, Holly. I'm not going to give you much. Shout out to the phenomenal and legendary Chef Holly, okay? Child, she could drive your she could drive your stove. She could drive your oven. She could drive your grill. Do not let her drive your vehicle, all right? They say that she be having the ribs and the meat falling off the bone. I believe every word of what they say about Chef Holly. But when it comes to driving, So Miss Mary in this long, tedious, drawn out, Kojic prayer. Lord, Mama Mary, I love you so much. You remind me a lot of my mama, because that's some shit my mama would have done on purpose. Listen, I'm gonna give you a short version of a prayer, Mama Mary. And this is the one that we use in Boy Scouts and everything. And we would say, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Oh, man. It's just as simple and to the point. 10 seconds. No more, no less. Child, the way that you was around there praying, I was expecting somebody to get slain or fall out in the Holy Ghost or speak in tongues or at least interpret in tongues or at least pick a corner. Y'all know us the Kojic people and the Baptist folk that shout, we used to play a game called Pick a Corner. And if the spirit should ever touch you, you pick a damn corner and you go around there and tear it up. Moving on. So Miss Chi Chi spelling Greg's name all wrong in the confessionals. Miss Chi Chi, if you gonna read, you got to learn how to spell first, Mama. And it's no shade, Chi Chi, because I like you a lot. But girl, if you gonna shade, read first. Or learn how to spell at least. So then Maddie takes over driving. Good, thank you. Because depending on Chef Holly, y'all wouldn't have made it to Miami until the next day. Fuck around with Holly. So Maddie talks about her life being a drag queen before she became a transgender woman. And I appreciated that. Like, it's really good to know Maddie's background. Not to say that she hasn't talked about it, because she has. But I felt like this was the first time she's ever really dig way deep into different experiences that she experienced as a drag queen and then transitioning into a woman, and the turmoil that you do go through, that a lot of people go through and things like that. So I definitely appreciate this show in particular for, you know what I'm saying, letting those stories be heard. Because maybe if a lot more people hear how tough people got it, maybe they would not be setting up thinking that this is something that you asked for. Nobody asked to be bullied. Nobody asked to be killed. Nobody asked to be sought after simply because they decide to take a little dick every now and then up in their legs and between their butt. Nobody consciously acts to go through stuff like that. And if more people would tell their stories, maybe it would start to soften the hearts of other people. And we may even start to see some humanity from people. If there's anybody with humanity left in them, there is to say. Moving on. So Maddie's two brothers come around yonder. Lord Jesus, shout out to the two brothers. Shout out to the ones that had the baby. That little baby was just as cute as he wanted to be. head full of hair with his little red behind. I really wanted to just take him from y'all and just love on him and hold him close to my bosom with his cute little behind. And I love seeing Maddie in that moment with her brothers. I love seeing her interact with her nieces and her new nephew and things like that. And I love how even in that moment, she was open with her family and she was open with her friends and stuff like that. And I was here for it. I was here for it. So then Maddie calls Tiffany. Shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany, I'm going to be real with you. Should you ever see this? When you was on Flavor of Love and when you was on I Love New York, I absolutely hated your guts. Now that I see you now that I'm older, now that I'm more mature, and I can clearly see that you have as well, I live for you. Like, I feel like once you drop that whole New York Flavor of Love, New York and all that, I like you a lot, Tiffany. I like you a lot. You're absolutely beautiful. You glowing. You got a lot going on. You doing a lot. You still working. That's the main thing. So I'm all here for all things New York. Shout out to you, boo. So Allegra goes to check on construction of the basement. And, of course, Maddie wearing her pretty little head about that. I wish y'all would stop playing with Maddie and just go ahead and show her a little yang around the house. But I get it. This is a surprise. And, you know, I get it. I get it. I can't wait to see the new basement. So Maddie takes the kids, the children, the girls, whatever y'all want to be called, the team, to go see where she used to pump the block and work the corner and all that good stuff. Let me tell you something. I went up for Craig. Craig, I had no idea you were a Hamptonian alumni. So am I. Yes, God, Craig. I knew it was the reason why I had a crush on your fast, sexy ass for something. He straight up to when Maddie got flipped at the mouth and said, yeah, because you know, you got your degrees from Howard. He said, what, bitch? Excuse me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I got mine from the Hampton University. Let's get that very clear. I was here for it. We went to HIU, not HU, okay? We went to HIU, Hampton Institute University, home by the sea, home of the pirates. Move the chains, pirates. Come on now. Yeah, shout out to Craig. And then she took them to where a little spot where she used to work, and she told a story about how her and her homegirl nearly got caught up with the federales and all that stuff. And it's stories like that I really appreciate this show for, because again, it goes back to what I said. If there's any humanity left in anybody, it'll start to soften some people's heart, and they will just wake up and pay attention and realize that we're just like you. The only difference is we just view a world a little bit differently. But other than that, we put our pants on the same, we pay bills the same, we go to work just the same, we have a household just the same, we have lives just the same. Moving on. So then Tiffany calls Allegra and lets her know that she's going to actually be coming to see Maddie in person, because beforehand she said, listen, bitch, if you want me to be a part of anything, it's definitely going to be virtual, because Miss Rona is still wreaking havoc and I ain't got time for her. I was with Tiffany, I was, but I am glad that she said, you know what, this like my best friend, this is my sister, I love her, I'm here for her. And this is something she really wants me to do. I do this for her. I was here for you, Tiff. So then Maddie goes to see her dad. Lord Jesus. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Cause see, this man, yeah, I threw it, bitch. So what? This is my media room. I'll pick it up later. So Maddie went to go and see her daddy. So the first thing he did that tap danced on my nerve was when he walked, let me back all the way up. So the first thing he did to Harlem Shake on my one good nerve that I don't get was when Maddie first walked up and then he addressed him as son. And then after that, he completely just straight up cha-cha slide all over my nerve to the point where it's tattered and battered and I think it's not there no more. So he gonna take off and say, he says that he was robbed of having a father and son relationship. Something had to occur for him to want to change into a woman. It's a freaky thing to see his child transform into a woman. And in his soul, he can't agree with him calling a woman's name. He just can't help himself because he has that kind of class. And then the icing on the cherry on top was when he says that it's a possession. And that was the end of the episode. You want to know what's interesting? I was watching Maddie's video when she did a recap with the cast. And it was funny because when they got to that part, I think it was either Craig or it was Chi-Chi. If either one of y'all should see this video, get me together in the comments and let me know which one of y'all it was. Who basically talked about how, well, wasn't this the same father that asked you for money for a truck? And I believe Maddie said that he gave it to her. See, it's shit like that that bothers me the most. You can't accept me. You can't accept what I'm doing. But you can accept my damn money. Nah, nigga, no. That's not how this works. That's not how none of this works. And Maddie used a much better woman than I could ever be. Because he wouldn't have got 2 red damn nickels from me. No, ma'am. This is transgender money. This is going to hell money. This is demon-possessed money. You know what I'm saying? This is you can't accept me money. You know what I'm saying? You can't accept the fact that I'm a woman money. How do you find it okay to not accept me, but then call and ask for my damn money? And I'm going to stop right there because honestly, y'all, I really, truly, from the depths of my souls, I really just want to skull drag him for every damn thing that he's not worth. I really want to, just the most horrible and despicable things that you could say to a person to humiliate and demean them, into a sunken place like that's really what I want to do. But I don't want to do that because I see what Maddie is trying to do, and I don't want to stop her from doing that by my reads, and then my reads turn her to feel a different kind of way. But so that don't happen. That's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about the episodes. Next week is the season finale. It was only a 6-episode season. I'm going to go back and watch the rest of the episodes, though, and I might just do one big live and talk about episodes 1 through 4 and all that stuff. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm gone. Bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system. It's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.